Hey everybody, Bob Coppage here with your monthly CEO rant and review of June and July. Now, summer's in full swing, and in June, I spent 2 weeks where I went to a conference in Salt Lake City in Utah, and then stayed for about 5 days for some serious hiking down in southern Utah, which I love. And then I attended a board game conference in Columbus the following week, and somehow the business it kept running without me. Um, I'm I'm choosing to be insulted by that. I don't know. Anyway, so let's talk about what happened in June and what's on deck for July. So before we get into the June recap, I want to make a quick announcement. On July 22nd, Simplex IT is hosting our annual Unlimited Quarters arcade party at the Quarter Up Bar and Arcade in Akron. Now, unlimited quarters, free food, free drinks, and yes, this year we have a Get Off My Lawn summer basket giveaway. See here, because apparently now that's part of the brand. I don't know why people are getting crotchety now, but they are. So if you're a client, prospect, vendor, friend of Simplex IT, or you know how to spell it, just want to prove that you're better than me at asteroids, as if that's possible. Come on and hang out. It's casual fun, and unlike most business events, you'll actually want to stay after the food shows up. So anyway, to RSVP, go to simplex-it.com/events. Hope to see you there. Next, so new client alert. We're now onboarding a nonprofit group signed up for it. Welcome. Now they officially signed their contract at 3:17 in the morning because apparently that's when nonprofits make their major business decisions. Now, one of our techs actually gets a well-deserved referral check on that one. Now we're moving forward with some new automation tools for our techs by the same token. And Brandon, sales guy, is actually moving several potential clients through the buyer journey as well. Now, could that lead to another 3 a.m. signing? I'm okay with that. So we also presented our AI service with our first public presentation of our new service to the British American Chamber of Commerce in June. And yeah, we had too many slides. And that's fair. So Lily in marketing, she's been tasked with gutting the presentation and rebuilding it from scratch. And again, she's part of Cassie's team in marketing. And Cassie's team has launched a placeholder page at simplex-it.com/AI, which is basically us saying, yeah, we do that now. Now, there's a whole lot more behind our new AI service, and especially that deals with organizations that want to have the guardrails in place and want to actually have a foundation from which you can make good informed decisions as far as managing the risk and opportunities that come with AI. So cool on that. Oh, and we also in June we worked with several clients to make sure that their 365 licensing was prepared for the Microsoft increases and the bundling that all went into effect on July 1st, which is Microsoft's beginning of their fiscal year. Now that sounds boring because it is, but actually, saving clients money for some reason, our clients like it when we do that. Also in June, as I mentioned, I was in Salt Lake City for the PAX 8 Beyond conference. Now, PAX 8 is one of our primary partners as far as not just licensing, but also they create a ton of educational content and events and resources that really help us get better at what we do. And so they're one of our key partners, and the PAX 8 Beyond is one of the key events for the year for the industry. And I want to give a special shout out to Rob Ray, who heads up the community ecosystems over there. It's kind of legend. Don't tell him I said that in the industry as well. Now he helped me like literally 48 hours before the conference. He helped me get a meeting room at the conference center where we had about 20 or so MSPs get together. We just spent a couple of hours talking about best practices for developing a co-managed IT practice for their organization. I mean, there was no sales pitch, there's no presentation per se. It was just conversation and experience sharing. So it was great. I didn't have to do that, but it was cool that he did. And kudos for PAX 8 overall for the event. Now they definitely see the light in terms of AI, like everybody does. But more importantly, they're really spending a lot of resources and developing tools and resources for talent, training, organizational structuring, all that within MSP organizations such as Simplex IT, so that we can use AI as well as develop services for our clients. So it was cool. Now, once PAX 8 Beyond was over, I took a hiking vacation, which I did about 3 years ago, and I did it again. Out in Bicknell, Utah. So Capitol Reef National Park, Hickman Bridge, Rim Overlook, Navajo Knobs. If you haven't been there, go. If you have been, you already know. You may have seen some pictures I took while I was there. Now in August, I'm going to be heading to ChannelCon, which is in San Diego, and that's part of GTIA, which used to be CompTIA, blah, blah, blah. And I may actually spend a couple of days afterwards to do the decompression thing in the San Diego area as well, because I really did enjoy the Utah. And it's great because of what Patty and Kurt and everybody else is doing here. I can now take a few days off and not be glued to the phone or to the email, which is cool on that. Speaking of the team, a quick shout out to Zach and Haley because they won the combination name contest. The technical term is portmanteau, apparently. That's basically like the Bradgelina or whatever. Zach's entry was Abelbert, and Haley's was Axelix. And they both got Amazon gift cards because we build culture on weird contests like that. Deal with it. So what else do we got going on in July? Well, we already talked about the quarter up event that we've got on the 22nd. We also have, however, we've got a World Cup watch party on July 15th. That's going to be at a brewery. If you are interested in joining me, I've got limited tickets to this thing, but it's basically there'll be some cybersecurity stuff discussed as well. Let me know if you're interested in that. I may or may not be able to get you in. There's also an MSP leaders dinner coming up in July 16th that I was invited to, and that'll be cool to see that. There's also some Cleveland data and AI group meetings that are happening. You can find them on Eventbrite and Meetup. If you're interested in those groups, absolutely great groups. Let me know and I can get you an invite on that one. And again, the July 22nd, we've got the quarter up event going on. One other thing we just did, and on the 9th, July 9th, we actually posted this. We have actually just, by we, I mean really Cassie and her team, just posted our 1000th video on YouTube. And the fun thing on that one is that we actually have an old channel that we kind of retired. It's still up there. That has another 800 videos. I can't I can't stress enough. Simplex IT, we want to educate. We want to teach. We want to inform. Yes, we want to sell. Yes, we want to provide services. Yes, we want to make money. We want to do all that kind of fun stuff. But 1,000 videos, overwhelming majority, are explaining things. Simplify the complex. So I love it. And I love the fact that I am making fewer and fewer videos as time goes on, and more team members are doing their part. And I think that's fantastic. So if you're watching this video, you're part of the problem. I mean, solution. I mean, whatever. Anyway, so June, closing deals, planting seeds, 3 o'clock in the morning. July, hopefully there's more harvesting going on. Throughout the whole thing, we're educating, we're sharing, and we're learning. And we're also going to go play some arcade games. So I hope to see you there. If not, I'll see you next month.